There was more than a hint of schadenfreude in the Russian state media ahead of the meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and his U.S. counterpart Joe Biden in San Francisco on Wednesday, with Russia accentuating the geopolitical gulf between the two superpowers. Russia will be watching the talks closely, given its alliance with China, and any signs of a rapprochement between Beijing and Washington is likely to earn a frosty response from Moscow. Russian media have already reveled in pouring cold water on the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) summit where Xi and Biden are due to meet Wednesday. A reporter for Russia's state-run RIA Novosti news agency on Tuesday reported that a plenary meeting of the APEC summit chaired by U.S. Trade Representative Katherine Tai took place in a half-empty hall. Despite the presence of most of the meeting participants at the table, including the representative of the Russian Federation, some of the chairs with signs remained empty. Dozens of chairs are also empty for event guests, the news agency said, according to a Google translation. With more than a hint of glee, RIA Novosti contrasted its image of a half-empty conference hall with the U.S. Trade Representative Tai emphasizing to delegates how important this event is for the United States. Most world leaders and high-profile guests at the APEC summit are not due to attend the event until Wednesday, while lower-ranking ministerial meetings have already been held in the last few days. Although arguably one of the biggest events to take place at the summit, Biden and Xi's encounter on Wednesday will be the first face-to-face meeting between the leaders in a year. It is being played down, with the main aim of talks being to reduce tensions and conflicting interests across a range of global issues. These include significantly different positions over Russia and the war in Ukraine, the latest conflict in the Middle East and other areas of tension and rivalry in the geopolitical and economic arena, with a focus on the Asia-Pacific region. Russian news agencies were keen to emphasize those differences and the gulf between the superpowers ahead of the Xi-Biden meeting, as well as focusing on what China and Russia see as Western hegemony and attempts by the U.S. to maintain its dominance in global affairs. They were also keen to focus on competing pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel protests taking place in the U.S. as the summit geared up for the arrival of dozens of world leaders and hundreds of CEOs from the 21-member economies in the Pacific Rim. Russian President Vladimir Putin was not invited due to U.S. sanctions, so Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Overchuk is representing Russia at the summit. There has been no official comment from the Kremlin on the forthcoming talks between Xi and Biden. CNBC has requested a comment and is awaiting a response.